No.
Now.
There it is. Let's see how this goes. Okay, because we have some Zoom members, I'm going to do our remote guidelines. As a preliminary matter, this is Ray Pohl, Chairman of the Nantucket Historic District Commission. Permit me to confirm that all members and persons anticipated on the agenda are present and can hear me. So let's see, right at the moment, I have Abby Camp.
Here.
Thank you. I have Stephen Welch, right?
Sure.
All right, very good. I think I saw Carrie Thornwell.
Yep. Here.
Good, thank you. Oh, I should say that Ray Pohl is here. Oh, Diane Coombs.
Here, I have
Thank-
my picture up there, but that's fine with me.
Thank you. So Diane is here and Val Oliver here.
Here,
Very good. Thank you both. Anybody else? Any other members on? I don't see any.
Just 6 of you, which is good.
Oh,
No more.
okay, that's great. Thank you. And now, staff, I believe we have Holly Backus right in the room.
Present.
Great. And is Esme there?
I'm here.
She
I'm
is,
in
but
the
she's-
background.
Okay, very good. So that
What
was
have you-
Esmeralda Martinez for the record. And then did I miss anyone, by the way?
No.
Okay, great. Speakers will be announced on each application. This open meeting of the HDC is being conducted remotely pursuant to Chapter 2 of the Acts of 2023. Public access does not ensure public participation unless participation is required by law. This meeting will not feature public comment. For this meeting, the HDC is convening by video conference via Zoom. App is posted on the town's website identifying how the public may join. Please note the meeting is being recorded and that everyone can participate by video conference accordingly. Please be aware that other people can see you and hear you, and take care not to screen share your computer. Anything that you broadcast can be captured, of course, by the recording. All supporting materials that have been provided members of this body are available on the town's website. Public is encouraged to follow along using the agenda. We are now turning to the first item on the agenda. Before we do so, some ground rules. I will introduce each speaker on the agenda. After they conclude, I'll go down the line of members, inviting each by name to provide comments, questions, motions. Please hold until your name is called. Further, please remember to mute your phone or computer when you're not speaking. And also remember to speak clearly and in a way that helps generate accurate minutes. For any response, please wait until the chair yields the floor. And if members wish to engage in conversations with each other, please do so through the chair. There it is, folks. So next in order.
Diane needs muted.
Okay. First thing I'm going to ask for is a motion to approve today's agenda.
So moved.
Thank you, Steve.
Approved.
Yep, we got Stephen first. So on Stephen's motion, Abby,
You want two to eat on.
Aye.
thank you. Val,
I,
thank you. Diane,
she's muted.
yeah.
I don't know why it keeps muting.
Well, I
Because
think
you keep
somebody muted
talking.
because the dog is barking. Okay, so Stephen on your motion,
Aye.
thanks, and I'm in favor too. All right, so let's move right along to the first item on the agenda. We have consent agenda.
Motion to approve the consent agenda.
Very good, thanks, Val. On Val's motion, Abby,
Aye.
Stephen,
Aye.
Diane,
I,
Val,
Aye.
Ray, aye. Held for review. These, looks like we have two applications that Stephen is chairing, so I'm gonna hand
All right.
baton over to Stephen.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So, without any ado, can we get the drawings up for 7 Boynton Lane, please? And did anyone not go and view this? Okay, so we know the context and we know the lack of visibility or the limited visibility. Okay. This was a before you even get involved, this was can we bring up the site plan and zoom in on the, structure? Oh, the one in the lower left. Does that show that doesn't show the addition though? Okay, so let's look at that. Zoom in one more click, please. So the images are from the street representative, and we can go back and look at those. Before we do, can we go to the hand-drawn site plan or the CAD drawn site plan?
It's not included in this.
Oh, it's
PDF.
not. Okay, so, can we go back to the one with the, where we just were, please? Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Okay, so you get an idea. The addition is on the rear. Oh, there you go. On the rear of the property. That is the section that has white windows. One window of which is on the front to the left or to the right lower corner. And the rest of them are existing green, correct?
Correct.
And you had said that the applicant is anticipating changing the green windows to white under a subsequent application when they can afford to do so,
Right.
correct?
Yes,
Okay.
the addition.
Does anyone have any questions or comments? Does anyone have a motion?
Motion to approve
Go ahead.
with them changing the windows eventually to match.
I have
Okay.
a question. Is the trim proposed to change to white as well? I think it was, right?
No, natural to weather, right?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
existing is natural weather, new is natural weather. It's just the windows came white versus green.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, all in favor, your board is, Diane, Abby, Val, and Connie, who is not here. Carrie is your alternate. So Carrie, you'll be activated.
Just one more clarification. The trim around the new windows is going to be white. The trim.
Natural to weather.
Not
The trim,
and
yeah,
just the
the sash or.
sash or white. Okay, got it. Yeah,
Okay.
that's fine.
Abby?
Aye.
Aye. Diane?
I,
Dale?
Aye.
Carrie?
Aye.
And I'm an aye. No opposed, carries unanimously. Can we please bring up the site plan for one?
Thanks,
Magnolia?
Anton.
Thank you. Okay, and there we go. Can we zoom in a little bit? So the board on this is Diane, Abby, Val, Connie is not here. Carrie, you're activated, and myself. And just a quick run through of what this is. So they relocated the ramp entering the property to the upper left corner, and the ramp on the porch has been reoriented to meet ADA compliance requirements. And we'll come back to this. I just want to walk through it really quickly. John had mentioned this to me and walking in the door. Can we go to the section drawing? There. So basically, the drawing on the right is the entryway ramp, which will be on the covered porch to the existing front door. And the other deck or the other ramp is showing the landing and the railing that will be coming from Magnolia, as viewed from Magnolia. Do you want to please speak on anything else on this, John?
Just to, if I may, stand here with an overview, which you had from your last package. So yes, from Magnolia, which is over here, there will be a wooden hardscaped walkway, which will lead to a 9-foot ramp, which will lead to a landing, which will be flush with the porch. And it will have a 5-by-5 foot landing for wheelchair access, and it'll have railings. And then the guests to the summer house will go across the porch to meet this 7-foot ramp, which will run along the side of the building, as you see. And it also has a 7-inch rise. So it's less than 8% degree of declension. And anyway, and it comes into a landing here, that you'll see here, and it goes right through the front door, which is 49 inches existing historic structure, okay? And that also will have railings, this will have railings, this will have two railings, a railing on the outside to protect anybody from falling off the ramp this way, and a railing on the inside that will be mounted to the restaurant wall. And these will be all in compliance with the handicap rounded rail and mounts and all that, okay?
Okay, good. Diane, do you have any questions? She's muted.
No, it's a good job and I think it will work there. And so I would go along with it.
Okay, thank you. Does anyone have any concerns?
I just have a question for John.
Go ahead.
Yes, please.
Is the railing gonna be the crossbucks like the porch or,
No, I think it'll be.
okay, that's what was approved before,
Yes.
okay, yeah.
Thank you, and also I just want to say the size of the
He would.
of the ramp will be painted green. That's Essex green to match the existing historic color.
Gotcha, of the deck, yeah.
And then a clarification. So there's not actually a requirement. There's a requirement for a handrail. There's not a requirement for a balustrade. So just so you're aware.
Could be cross.
So you could do crossbucks.
Crosswalks.
You know what the.
Oh, yes.
The way it looks now.
Yes,
Yeah, when you
Yeah.
be
We
there,
have two,
Nicer, I think.
that would be
Yeah.
my recommendation.
less work.
If anyone gives any heat on that.
So if anybody has any questions about that, that's the existing historic rail, and we would replicate that.
Yeah,
Okay, great.
yeah.
So, how do we feel about a motion, please?
Motion to approve is submitted with crossbuck railing through staff.
All in favor of Val's motion, Val on your motion,
Aye.
Carrie,
Aye.
Diane,
Aye,
Abby,
Aye.
okay, that's completes our
You're all
Stephen
set.
Welch chairing back to you there.
Now we can go building.
Yeah.
You want a job?
Okay.
Another volunteer job.
Are we good?
need to submit.
I have a question. So, do we then have to apply for a building permit?
Yeah.
Through, the building officer?
Yep.
Can you build it?
You can stop on the way out, not to rush you out, but so we can continue. You can stop on the way out and ask any of the staff. Let them know you just had a staff approval of what happens next and they'll fill you in.
Fantastic. Thank you very much.
Sure. Take care. Good luck.
Very much.
Bye, John.
Thank you, Ray.
This one's,
Oh, you're welcome. Let's see, okay, so next thing up is old business, correct? 5:30, one item, Hadley,
Yes.
That's where we're going next.
Held until next Tuesday.
That's being.
oh, okay, all right, so we're skipping that, so that brings us to Bishop's Rise, and is Matt present?
Yes.
Yes, okay. So, all right, so you're making some revisions to a previously approved. You want to just quickly run through it for us, Matthew?
Sure, thank you, Mr. Chair. So basically, looking to change the front door. Per the drawing, and then we had come before you before to modify an existing dormer on the rear of the property. We also, in the previous iteration, had requested to extend the second floor deck all the way around that hexagonal one-story addition. Which I think the board wasn't very supportive of, and so we have a modified version of that where the porch just extends slightly in front of the shed dormer. And thank you to the staff for, we held it on Tuesday because we had a gable dormer. This is a heavy timber frame building and it's really a beautiful frame, and we came up with a solution where it wouldn't require us to, it's more of an internal structural thing, but this shed dormer solution allows us to keep a lot of that frame intact and just scab onto it. And we also thought that it was a bit more sympathetic. So you can see that that deck just projects out probably about 6 feet beyond where it is now, just so that they could get a access to that deck, yeah, because the views are pretty nice from up there. Mostly over a wetland, actually, so not highly visible, I think, from a public way. This house is set pretty far back, but even if it was visible, I still think it's acceptable. So with that, I look forward to comments from the board. Thank you.
I have a question through
Yeah,
Mr.
and-
Chair.
Yes, that's great, but I do want us all to pay attention to these photographs. Like, so that deck that is being proposed is in this photograph that's on the screen right now. That's the side, it's on the
Yeah.
north side, so that's that. Okay, Val, what was your question?
What was the front door changing to? I didn't see that on,
I didn't
Yeah.
either.
yeah.
Uh,
There was two sets of drawings. The first seemed it was the approved set. And the second set didn't have that facade or didn't show a change.
I think it's in there. Is that clouded? I think that's clouded there.
No, they're the same, no
That's the
problem.
original.
It
They
looks,
appear to be the same.
Right.
Thank you.
And the
And I was
map, the one
rather
you
looking
sent,
forward to a new door
the
there.
supplement didn't have that.
I think the supplement made.
Or are you gonna say the door is remarkably similar to what was approved?
It's actually different. I apologize. I think I think the supplement was focused specifically on the dormer, so I apologize. The formatting is confusing. The original submission does have the front door on it.
That you want.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was supposed to be reviewed on Tuesday, so.
Can you describe it to us, please?
It's basically the same configuration. Basically, the side lights stay the same, but instead of the oval, there's just a square light.
Oh.
It's like
And you can't see that door anyway.
it's a fiberglass door. It's like
Okay,
it's-
Okay, yeah.
Existing is.
No,
the existing is correct.
yeah,
all right.
And if you, I can always omit that. from the
No,
application.
no.
I stand, yeah, no, anything's an improvement, I'll make a
Hey,
motion.
yeah, well, thanks for that, Abby. Now, I do not have a printed copy of the agenda, so can somebody tell me who my board is on this?
It's new.
So you need to pick.
Oh, no, it's not. Oh, that's right, we skipped over. So, yeah, now we do have the regular board, if I'm not mistaken, right? Abby, Stephen, Diane, Val. So unless otherwise, it will be the regular board. So there we go. Who just offered to make?
Abby.
I did.
Okay, so is there any discussion on that?
No,
All right, then I'm going to put it to a vote. Abby has made a motion to approve as submitted with the door being a rectangular door panel as opposed to an oval. You'll really have to excuse me, folks. I'm going to mute in just a second. On that motion, Val.
I,
Thank you, Diane.
Hi,
Thank you, Stephen.
I'm gonna know.
You're a no. And Abby, on your
I'm an
motion,
I.
and I'm in favor. So that motion carries 4 in favor, 1 opposed. How about if I sit off the next one just so that I can get some
Thank
more?
you.
Okay,
Thanks.
so let's go to 98 Tom Nevers. Do we have representative here?
Nope.
Oh, no.
Not, Mr. Chairman,
Okay, so let's go to 11 Winoma. Steve
they're not
Sunshine?
here.
But Matt's here.
Yeah, come on up.
You show up.
so hold those two.
Well, yeah, we just want to open them, so.
All right, so I didn't sit on the other building for this.
You can sit on this unless you don't want.
I
to.
just, okay, I didn't specifically pay attention, so I don't really have that to relate to, and I know it's important.
Okay, so are you saying you don't want to sit on it or you?
Were you on it?
Not that I recall.
No.
I don't think.
No, the building was this past
Storage.
meeting,
Oh, yes.
so I
Okay,
like
so-
hearing.
But the next application
it's
Val, is
actually-
is different.
Yeah.
It's not the storage building.
Oh,
That was
No.
After this.
I understand that, but the magnitude of that versus what was, do you see what I'm saying?
But
Yeah,
Plainfield
so guys,
Road-
we're just gonna keep a rhythm going. 15 Plainfield, Matt, your board will be the regular members, not Ray and Carrie. And it's an addition, and go ahead and start.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chair. So this is 15 Plainfield Road. This was an existing structure that was built in 2000. We did a subsequent addition back, I think about 2 years ago. And so this is a really small addition. You can see it, it's on the upper right rear quadrant of the house. I think this sheet here is a great one to look at because you can see the comparative elevation of the existing condition versus the proposed. It's really, I think about a 6x6 bump out.
Yeah, motion to approve.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and I have no concerns, Mr. Chair.
All right, does anyone have any concerns?
No,
Okay,
sorry.
on Val's Val, since you weren't sitting on this, on Carrie's motion?
No, I wasn't, I thought we were doing Dave Kim.
No, I just can't, I don't want to keep this, so Carrie, you're sitting on this.
Okay.
Yep,
So
Motion to
on your
approve.
motion,
I,
Abby,
I,
Diane,
I,
nominate, so that carries unanimously. Now we're on to 10-12 Dave Kim. Val, are you sitting on this one or no?
I am not.
Okay, so Carrie, you're on this.
Stephen, do you want me to chair or,
Oh, yeah, please, go ahead.
I mean, I'm gonna give it a try. We'll see. The cough comes and goes. So which application are we reviewing now?
We're doing the number 5 new dwelling at 10-12 Dave Kim.
Okay, very good. And we have somebody to represent.
Yes, Matt.
Okay, got it.
Okay, with your permission,
No.
Mr. Chair, you'll start.
Oh, sorry, one thing. We need to establish a board, right? Because did I hear Val was sitting off of this?
Yeah,
So Carrie, you're in,
yep,
right? Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so this is an application for a duplex. It's on the same site as the storage structure that you reviewed on Tuesday evening. This is basically staff housing for those that are gonna be working at the storage facility. We intentionally pushed it towards the south of the property so that it interfaced, if you will, with the adjacent residential neighborhood. It is a duplex, it is modular. We have kind of a unique building footprint. We did actually have to keep it to 900 square feet or somewhere in that range. It's tucked behind this structure. Having said that, we try to do our best to make it as attractive as possible. We did step down the massing, so that the secondary additive mass, there's about a 30-inch ridge height drop from that. I think that we've since added fenestration on the 2 gable ends. I think this is an earlier version, I apologize, but anyways, with that, look forward to comments from the board.
Okay, Matt, thank you. All right, who would like to begin this one?
I'll begin if you like.
Diane, you go ahead, thanks.
I appreciate this location, so it makes a difference between Dave Kim and the residential area to the south. I don't know that it has to be any more complicated because it's not going to be seen. I don't think that you will see it either for Wayland or from Dave Kim. So, I basically don't have a problem with it. You won't see it with the structures on the Dave Kim, and then you've got trees and house right there on the south of it. So that's what I would say.
Okay, Diane, thank you. Who's next?
I just have a question. Is the lower elevation on this screen facing the street south towards the neighborhood?
Yes.
Is there any possibility to put a few little pent roofs over there to give some relief to the flat nature of that?
We did, through you, Mr. Chair, we did actually have pen roofs there, but because we're right up on the setback, the stoop is allowed to be in the setback, but the pen roof, we checked with Marcus. He felt that it wasn't allowed to be in the setback.
Okay, what is this?
This is the fence that's behind this building, and it's about 10 feet tall. That person is 5'7". It's on the neighbor's property.
Okay, so your building is here.
Yeah,
Okay,
So any decorative thing needs to kind of be weighted in.
so if that's right there, I mean, I get you want housing, but the whole point of it was to try to mitigate the big warehouse from the neighborhood.
yeah,
So it's kind of like that fence is obliterating everything anyway, so, but
yeah.
good for you, housing. That's.
Yeah. And like I said, I think that we've kind of gone back and forth. We want to get this in as quickly as possible because of planning board approval, but I do think that on the second floor, we will probably be back with some, depending on the board reacts today, with some additional fenestration on the second floor. There's,
On the gable ends. it looked
yeah,
like they're-
yeah, we, I know we
sort of
reviewed it.
configuration. Yeah, I don't have any issues.
You say you don't have any issues.
No, the location and what's around there.
Okay. Anyone else?
Yeah, I just had, okay, go ahead, Diane.
No, that's right, you go.
Well, so Matt, on the second floor, is there any way we could make the, almost, ganged windows look a little bit more, standard for like a house? It looks a little,
Pull them apart maybe, or?
yeah, pull them
Yeah, we
apart
can-
and sort of space them so
Yeah,
they
we can-
look more like a residential. The only thing I would say, even though there's a board, to, Carrie's point, we could trim out the door surrounds so that they looked a little bit more residential and not so backdoor.
Sure. Through you, Mr. Chair, the two gable ends are intended to be the front entry doors for the structures, and these are.
That's what that elevation backs up to.
The neighbor.
So
You're
we're
showing
here,
photographs of the fence, right?
Basically, they're not even gonna see the first floor.
oh,
Those doors won't be visible.
okay, and we'll talk about that next, hardscaping,
The fence?
or is that already?
That's the neighbor's fence.
Yeah, no, I know.
Oh, I see. Yeah, and then, yeah, so then you're gonna address the gable ends
Yeah.
with fenestration, okay.
No, I don't.
Okay, so we've heard from Abby, we've heard from Carrie. Have we heard from Diane? I believe so. Yeah.
Yep,
And Stephen, that leaves you.
Yeah, I'm just wanted to, sorry, I'm on a slow connection here.
Can I see the pictures again? I somebody for the.
I put sauerkraut on it.
Bear
Okay.
with me, This is just. I guess I'm just a little bit concerned about the proximity to the rear lot line. I'll just say that, but, it is what it is.
Yeah. How tall is this fence, Jason?
So Stephen, the conclusion I think is that you're okay.
Yeah,
Okay. I think we can move this then, folks. Somebody?
I'll make a motion to approve it.
Okay. There it is. Diana's made a motion to approve. this.
Oh. With
Right.
the second floor windows,
no.
no,
No, I was just thinking out loud that I think my initial reservation was right, because there's not any trees or anything back there.
We have trees on that plan.
No, I'm looking at it, it's not there, not behind it.
Are we deliberating on the motion now?
yeah, well, I just wanted to make sure that the second floor windows get,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
Submitted as June.
Okay, and Stephen, what were you just suggesting? I think about lack of trees.
I'll hit it on the landscape plan.
Oh, okay, good idea. All right, so let's see,
But, so hold on, I just wanted to make sure, so those are then the gable end, and those
Yes.
will be, but what about the, eve end?
We'll spread those.
Yeah, spread those out proportionally, correct?
Through staff.
Yeah, okay, can I add that to your motion there, Diane? About the windows on the second floor?
Yep, we'll add those in.
all right, so the amended motion from Diane again is that the ganged windows be spread apart, correct?
Yes,
Yes,
All right, so that's the amended motion, so Diane's amended motion, Abby,
aye,
Stephen,
Alright,
Carrie,
I,
Diane on your motion.
aye.
And I'm in favor. Motion carries. Thank you. I gotta go. Tim Lepre is calling me, so this is important for my cold. I'm gonna mute Steve if you can take it. Thanks. Bye.
okay,
good luck.
yeah, Rusty Cobb, we saying great.
alright, we are on to, oh, Dave Kemp.
Shows.
fence gate and hardscaping. Same board, except for Valier on.
Congratulations.
You ready, ladies?
I am. How are you?
Good, thanks.
So, yeah, we really want beautiful landscape.
Yeah,
Just-
this is a tough one.
Yeah, so we're doing fence on the outside. We suggested hedges, some trees, they're specified there. We tried to create little private garden space for the dwelling at the back. Those are the main elements.
Now, I don't know the computer, so I can't see, but the fence wraps around from the top left of the drawing,
Yeah,
down the site,
yeah,
around the corner, and around the house.
yeah, nothing, not in the front, it's not will be a split rail. With plantings.
Okay, other questions?
I don't know, keep asking questions, because I'm trying to.
Can we, we'll have to zoom in on that site plan. Why don't we zoom in on the, top half of the site plan? And then we'll zoom in, we'll scroll down and zoom in on the bottom half so people can get a better read. There we go. Yeah, and can we close the pages? All right. So, Elizabeth, trees and deciduous trees in the front, some, understory planting, some privet or something along the most outermost. Is it a visual barrier?
Yeah, we were
Like
putting
Vernon.
some columnar trees on the west side.
Okay,
There's an easement on the right side with Cape Cod Express, they're kind of using.
well, just if you go on the front right now, and then we'll
Yeah.
scroll down.
Yeah,
So anything else on the front?
so mixed buffer, some deciduous trees, split rail fencing, make it rural.
Okay, and then the right adjacent to the road, that's a planting bed, or is there a pattern there of brick?
It's just plants.
Okay, it just looks very sparse.
Yeah, it's just it's off the property line. The property line is the dark line.
I don't think anyone's got a
You
mind.
do like a bayberry buffer or something.
Something. Okay, yeah, just curious. Okay. Can we scroll down to look at the next half? Going. Keep going. There we go. So landscaping on the west, but nothing on the right.
Right, it's a fence on the right hand side, and then again, you have plants against it, you have a few trees.
Okay. And then trees on the bottom with understory plantings.
And I apologize, we did add like a few more trees, like after we reviewed with the clients, we added some more trees in the back line. On the south line, so we can make it like a minimum of whatever, 6 trees or 7 trees. Like that to mitigate, you saw what the neighbor put up. A substantial fence back there, so you know what the standard is there.
Yeah, no, I got it. We've been out there. A question for you and then anyone else. There appear to be window wells at the rear, but the prior plan showed a walkway and front doors.
That window was on the bottom.
What's that? Sorry.
We have window wells.
Correct.
Yes, it's already correct.
Didn't the plan we just approved show a
Yeah.
walkway with?
There's a walkway after the window wells, the little stepping stones in the back.
So between the window
Right
wells is
here.
where the.
Oh, okay.
The doors.
Oh, I
And the
don't
doors
see
come
them.
out in between the window wells.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyone else have questions?
No, I'm impressed they're actually doing a landscape plan here.
Yeah. I'm concerned about well, I'll wait on my concern. Diane, do you have any questions? She's there.
I have one question. Mr. Chair. if I
Yeah,
could
go ahead.
request. Of the trees on the left-hand side of the plan, are those, they're on the inside or the outside of that fence?
On the inside,
Inside, okay.
yeah.
So, all right, I'll wait to deliberate later. I just wanted to make sure.
Okay.
But I-
Again, this is what that fence is against.
I know, which means we're going to want to do a good landscaping job.
Diane, would you like to, you got any questions or would you like to comment?
No, I think it would be good. I'm glad you're getting that viburnum hedge because I think it's good and it goes up to a pretty good height, which will protect the people over on Wayland Street, Wayland Road. All I could suggest was maybe more. I think that there's a lot of land now paved over and it's sort of the end of the water district. I'd like to see as much possible to be exposed to water drainage rather than water runoff. But I think that what you got is a good idea. And I think it protects the building from the residential on the other side. So
Hey,
there doesn't seem to be much on the right-hand side. But you said that it backed up to what, Cape Cod, you said?
Yeah,
And there's a fence.
and is it, and the Cape Cod Express has that easement.
Okay, thank you, Diane.
Okay, just so it didn't look barren. There,
Okay, and then planning board review process will address any stormwater management. Who would like to go next? Patty,
I just continue on my question. I would like to see, I think that's what Diane was referring to too, is that vegetation on the public side of the fence or the other side of the fence other than the proposed application, so that, you know, I know it's an oasis, sort of a desert out there, but here's an opportunity to, there is some residential around, so let's make it as landscaped as possible. So the other side of the fence where there's a long run of fence.
Yeah.
I think it's what is it, every 6 feet or something?
every other section,
You could put like, doesn't, you know, like
climbing hydrangea or something.
some sort of birch
Right.
trees, you
Yeah,
know.
because it just becomes difficult to maintain when you have, you know, you put a full fence kind of along. Can become contentious, but we can definitely.
So- So Elizabeth, along those lines, can you explain, so the blue line is your fence?
Yeah.
And then what is this, you said this is an easement?
On the right side, so you see how the property line is.
Yeah, I mean, there's a pretty wide section there.
So this is all easement, so we can't really use it, and then that's the roof overhang and the little walkway underneath, and that's a fence.
And what's the nature of the easement?
It's between the adjacent property, Cape Cod Express. They actually retain pretty much complete control of it. I guess it's basically access for them to access their building. But yeah, it's theirs, and we can't like build in it or really alter it in any way without their approval.
Okay, and then what again is the fence? I'm sorry, just solid board?
Yeah.
Okay, so when I comment, I'll comment on the planting there. Just want to get clarification. Who's next? Carrie? Bill?
I'm fine with all of this.
Okay.
And the columnar oaks, like those things everybody's planting, cypress or whatever they are that grow up fast, straight in a row like a soldier and a. Do they look like that?
Yeah, I mean, I think the intent is that they would be going at.
I just hate that. I know they have to be in a line here because it's along a property line, but I'm seeing it everywhere and it looks so weird.
What?
The trees all
Really?
lined up in a
Right.
perfect.
They're not variegated. back.
No, they don't plant anything. This isn't this project, but I saw it like 3 times today and I was like, oh,
Right.
The Leyland cypress?
I get it. 'Cause I
No,
know
no,
that.
no.
It'd
No,
be
what-
nice if there was
I
something.
was just curious.
She's just talking about like a columnar deciduous
Yeah, we
tree,
don't have
that's-
a lot of, we don't have a lot of,
Oh.
you know, lateral, so
Right.
we gotta go vertical.
like worm.
If you want to help screening, we have to go vertical.
Well, and then this also has a fence, so that you're gonna address a fence thing.
Yeah,
I have no. fence.
okay. Carrie?
Yeah, third time, no concern.
Yeah, I know. I just was saying if you change your mind. So my concerns are the lack of landscaping at the rear of the lot between the dwelling and the adjacent lot. Where I think some deciduous tree material would be beneficial. Couple of trees, columnar, something as a vertical element to soften the two-story structure at the rear, which admittedly is outside of our purview, but I'm not above twisting an arm. And I'm really concerned about the fence, that length of fence. I think that it is going to, because that easement is open and there's nothing that can be put there. It's not like it's gonna be landscaped being utilized for maintenance purposes. It's not like it's gonna be, there's gonna be some trees in there that will soften up that length of fence that's probably what, some 200 feet long? 100 and something feet long. It's gotta be almost 200 feet if the house is at least 20 feet deep. So, I think that we need to put some vegetation on that. If it means cut a hole at the bottom so the climbing hydrangea can propagate on the, external side, sunny side, then so be it. And more towards the front than the rear, but I think every other section is, appropriate and it certainly meets our guidelines. And those are my comments.
I don't have it in front of me anymore. So on the south, there's a hedge going in front of this, right? I know this isn't you guys, but,
On the side, yes,
okay,
Right, so I'm just thinking, plant some columnar trees at intervals. Doesn't have to be a tall hedge wall. But plant some columnar trees within the hedge to break that up.
Right.
And I think that will be successful, and then the climbing hydrangea or something.
so we could commit to a total of like 6 trees on the back line or, 7.
Yeah,
And then that every 2 to 3 sections of fencing be planted with some climber, I think if we can make up that motion.
yeah, given the nature of this area, I think every other section is probably even a little heavy. So if you were to alternate, every third section would have
Sounds
some
good.
type of a vining plan or a plant material on it. Does anyone want to make a motion to that effect or some other effect?
I think she gets it, so I'll make that motion, including that extra plantings,
6
6 or 7 trees and every,
fourth panel.
let's say every third. Start a nice precedence.
Well, third is basically every other,
Okay,
so
Every other.
fourth would be.
well,
You want to go every one? That's fine. Every other's fine.
every other is
Every other.
great, yeah, okay.
That's through staff.
It is,
Okay. Abby on your motion.
I'm in.
Carrie,
Aye.
Val, Diane.
Aye,
Okay,
Thanks so
thank you.
much. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Stephen. Is the next application for the land bank?
No,
Yeah.
Mr. Chair, that actually has been requested for withdrawn. We got an email right before the meeting.
get out.
Okay, so then that brings us to 2 South Valley.
I thought that was getting pretty close. Oh, that was 125 Center, to South Valley Pool and Retaining Wall.
Right.
Mr. Chair, there's no one here to represent the next few applications.
They're jamming up our Tuesday.
Is Dennis here for commercial war?
Nope. Nobody's here.
Oh, I thought
That's
I
who you
texted
see.
him.
Oh, there's nobody here, let's go.
Nobody.
Okay, motion to,
Literally, there's nobody.
That is correct, Mr. Chair.
Yeah, there isn't, and, I guess for minutes, we have to review minutes, but I just want to make a comment on minutes. The minutes of March 28th this year are missing substantive comments, and I believe you all should review them. Not pointing fingers or anything, it's just, you all need to review the minutes, and
What date?
March 28th.
March.
In particular, Val, Holly, and Ray,
Yep.
with some expediency, if I may so suggest.
Okay. 28 March. All right, so should we adjourn, folks?
Yeah,
yeah, I have one question though, wicked quick.
Yeah.
I saw the email about the fence on Hickory Meadow. Are we gonna bring that up?
It's on the agenda for Tuesday.
Okay, That's
I believe I'm sharing that, Mr. Chair, so I just put it on the agenda.
Yeah, no, I know the issue, but I was not sitting the first time it was reviewed, and so.
Yeah. Okay.
All
right.
Mr. Chair,
Yes,
I just wanted to bring this up to you since this is June and you all are kind of caught up and wanted to know if you're thinking about maybe not having Thursdays unless they're absolutely positively needed.
I'm ready
Yes.
for that.
okay, I don't think you're gonna get any objections to that one, Holly. I was actually gonna bring that up myself, but yeah, I think that, we should just implement that as early as we possibly can, so there we go, yeah.
Maybe if it's okay, you guys maybe voted on that or so we can amend the agenda. To
Take a vote to basically strike all the Thursdays meetings, henceforth. Unless, yeah, go ahead, Stephen.
I'm sorry, we would need to notice it.
yeah, can we put it on from?
I think you could just make an informal comment to staff, I'd suggest, and then we can vote it so the public are aware.
Thank you.
Yep, good idea. Actually, good idea, Stephen. Great idea, Holly.
I'll ask him after.
Okay. Ready to adjourn, folks?
Yes.
All right.
Motion to adjourn.
That was Val, I believe, on Val's
Yeah.
motion. Stephen,
Aye.
you, Diane. We'll go to Abby.
Aye.
Thank you. Diane, you there? Maybe she's gone. Val on your motion,
Aye.
and Carrie.
Aye.
I'm in favor too. Okay, thanks, everybody. Have a nice weekend.